Virgo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for May 25th through the 31st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Virgo. What do we got? The overall energy for the reading, the Four of Pentacles. We've got you hanging on to something, or somebody around you hanging on to something quite tightly here, which leads usually to stubbornness. But let's see what's going on. In the recent past, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Ooh. I feel like you want to start something fresh here, something brand new, but in order to do that, you would need to let something go. Because, you know, that's how it goes. Like, I need to start something new here. I need to make room for it. Okay, what are we throwing out of here? Oh, this. Okay. Wait a minute. I gotta make room for that, so I gotta throw that away in order for that to fit. That doesn't really work. So yeah, you had a hard time starting something. But not because of starting something, but because of whatever you needed to let go of. I think... I don't know. We'll see. But I have a feeling you pushed through. You started something there. But in the current situation, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords. What do you... There's a process of you distancing yourself from something more and more. That's the process at play. Whatever it is you're distancing yourself from, you have no more, like, nothing to give to it anyway. Like, the energy is not there, the emotional, attachment to it is not there, nothing is there anymore. So you got nothing to... There's still a little bit of, like, you standing in your own way with this process, though. So, from a theoretical standpoint, you need to let the shit go, whatever this is. You actually see it happening in real time. You are also acknowledging that I've got nothing left for this situation. There's still a little something within you that is saying, hold on, take your time here. Don't you be rushing to just let things go left and right. So there's something and it's yours. It's coming from you, whatever that is. That's not allowing you to fully release this and, walk away from it, even though you are doing it. But I'm assuming it's kind of a slow process, because usually when we stand in our own way, we're just making things a little harder for us. It's still gonna happen, whatever that's meant to happen, but in the immediate future, the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, the Tower. I see you investing in something here, and there is progress in whatever this is. There is happiness in whatever this is. And then there's a surprise of you probably surprising yourself even, or kind of like, what the fuck, because I think whatever it is you're putting effort in here, you didn't expect it to be this good, or to have this outcome, or to, to show up as, oh my God, this is it, type of a feeling. So I feel like the Tower is not a bad thing. I think it's just your surprise that, oh, okay, this turned out better than expected, So, okay. Let's clarify. It's getting a little dark out there in the clouds. Okay. Wondering if I should take blue out before the trees start falling. No, I don't know if it's today, though, where we're expecting the stuff from the sky. I don't know. But anyways, for the Four of Pentacles, you get the Fool, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. Alrighty. You're very driven, though, here. You've got whatever this is that you're working on, that you're, and I think it's whatever you started back there in the past, or wanted to start at least. But it is from there up until the immediate future, I do see some progress being made. So you definitely started something at some point. And with whatever this is, your openness is right there. Energetically speaking, you're super driven, super committed to it. There's times in which you stand in your own way with it, but very driven here. So even if sometimes you make things a little more difficult than they need to, because you're human, we all do sometimes. It's not the end of the world, especially if we recognize that, hey, I'm kind of screwing with myself right now, so as long as we kind of have that acknowledgement, it might actually get a little smoother along the way. But the drive is here, the determination is here. That's why I see the progress here. So you're definitely building something here. And I think you have like an idea of what that is and how it's going to show up ultimately. But from what I see in the reading, I think you're going to be quite shocked of how much better it's going to be than what you're thinking. Super nice. Let me do the 10 of Wands in the recent past. The Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, the Justice card. A little bit of, it's not procrastination, it's perfectionism. It's I need to have the guarantee that everything's going to be okay. So that's what it was in the past, where you wanted to start something and you were ready to go, but like you needed to know for sure that it's going to be the right thing, that it's going to be perfect, that it's going to, which ultimately potentially turned into procrastination, into hold on. You can't just jump into things without knowing what we're jumping into, So we're not gonna, until we're gonna know that it's perfect. And you're never gonna know that it's gonna be perfect, even if it's planned to the T. No, that's mission impossible, what you're setting yourself up for there. But let's do the Ace of Pentacles, because there is no such thing as perfect, by the way. Or there is, and everything's perfect then. But anyways, we're not going to go there. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. This has to do with your stability. This has to do, that's why you need to know it's going to be perfect. Because, well, I need to know it's going to pan out. Otherwise, it's wasted time. I'm not going to do that to myself, so why take the chance? Because how the hell would you know if you don't? You know what I mean? You can't. You won't know. That chipmunk is a little... So you won't know. Nobody's going to give you a contract signed, sealed, delivered, saying, hey, this is how it's all going to turn out, and yeah, it's going to be better than this. And no, you don't know that until you try. For the Seven of Swords in the recent past, you get the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Wands. Man, there's a struggle there. Because your intuition is showing up and it's pushing you to go ahead and do this. Like, don't, it doesn't matter, just go and do. And you'll see after. And no, you're turning your back to your intuition there because your mind is coming through. And it's like, no, wait. How? What do you mean? Jump in there and just do it? Oh, fuck no. But you don't want your mind to run you here, because then there's the overthinking part, and you're going to have so many scenarios in your mind that you're not going to know which way to go. And it's like, the struggle is real. I feel like you kind of managed to find a combo between the two, your intuition and your scenarios of what might be. Man. Process of a Virgo. Fascinating stuff. Let's do the Seven of Wands in the current situation. You get the Moon, the Seven of Swords, the Tower. You're scared of disaster. You're scared of, the worst case scenario, if it's going to happen. I don't want to... Because this is the energy of you standing in your own way. And if I were to come here to you and ask you, why are you standing in your own way? You would say, I have no fucking clue, because you don't. Because this energy is hidden from you. The answer to why you would stand in your own way. And there's a fear of failure here. There's a fear of, like, you're somewhere beyond the scenes. You're coming up with, the biggest disaster that could happen, and that's where your mind goes. Like, that's what's going to happen. So I need to stop myself from pursuing my goals. Because if the failure comes in before I pursue my goal, I'm fucked. Everybody's fucked. No, we have to prevent failure. No, that's just fear speaking. For the 8 of Cups, in the current situation, you get the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. There's a commitment here. And you're kind of showing up saying, I don't give a shit about this commitment, which I don't believe you, and I think you don't believe yourself either. It's not about that. It's not about not giving a shit. I think there's a different angle to it. Because you're upset about something that's going on here. I think you don't have availability for it. Not now or not anymore. Maybe you will later. Maybe you won't later. I don't know. But for right now, there's no availability on your end. But you are upset about something that's going on within this commitment. Let me do the 6 of Swords. The Death card, the Sun, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. You need to put something behind you here. And that is the process that you're kind of undergoing here. There's also the part in which you're kind of standing in your own way through this process. And slowly but surely it's happening, it's the way you're navigating through all of this and what you tell yourself through all of this that's going to be important, and it's going to make the ride a little smoother each day, But at the other end of this, once you completely finish this off, this chapter, there's so much happiness at the other end of it. And somewhere within you, you know that, So you need to complete this process. Right now you're in it. And you're moving in the direction of completing this process of letting something go, finishing something. For the 7 of Pentacles in the immediate future, you get the Strength card, the 2 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. So as you're on this path of whatever it is you're working on, that I think you started eventually, which at this point in time is just shown up as progress over what you already started. So as you're on this path, you're walking on this path of whatever this is, and then at some point it splits. The path splits. And I kind of see you being there, oh, shit, wasn't hard enough to start this process. Now I got to deal with choosing which way I go with it. So I kind of see you panicking for a split second. But then I see you eventually being like, okay, we'll go this way, So it's just for, I don't know, a few minutes there. I see you almost getting very, very close to panicking. But then I see you pulling back and being like, okay, we'll go that way. And that's that. And I feel like you took your intuition with you for this one too, no matter how much you turned your back to it then. Because I think you realized how important it is especially for this, whatever you're working on. For the Sun, you get the 2 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. And then you keep on walking and walking and walking, and then there's bigger things showing up. There's bigger energies, better and better and better. So it's like just when you thought you achieved that goal of, I'm so good here and it's happy and I feel so, bam, it hits you. And it's like better. It hits you with better, Let me do the Tower in the immediate future. You get the 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, the 7 of Cups. See, there's a partnership tied up to all of this, but I feel like it's tied up to all of this as a lesson for you, in the sense of that it's not the healthiest partnership, but I think this is more of an aha moment for you on how this partnership or the situation that went on here within this partnership contributed to you learning something valuable here, potentially releasing this partnership if it has been unhealthy, and then kind of creating your own path towards your own happiness and things like that. because it's all tied up to there was an unhealthy partnership, and then there's the moving on part. Once you let this go, you're going to feel the energy as almost carrying you through the next chapter. It's like, and then it almost feels like you're on the right path, and there's happiness all over that path. So, okay. Anyways, let's see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Three of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit. Yeah, because dealing with this type of a partnership is definitely going to teach you what you want out of a partnership. Not what you don't want. You've already dealt with that. So it's going to send you towards the opposite of, okay, this is what you dealt with. Ew, I don't want that. I want the opposite of that. So it's going to give you a healthier perspective over what you're looking for out there, and what you're going to allow in as whatever partnership this is. If it's a friendship, as friends. If it's a marriage, as, a significant other, and so on and so forth. So, pretty cool, I would say. It turned from nasty into ugly, and then beautiful. From nasty into uglier, and then beautiful. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.